Welcome to Love My 419. I'm Bill Delaney, the inimitable Sandy Eisenberg, and the debonair Steve Reamy.
I love the adjectives today. What's feeling?
Oh, we got something.
But he had a vitamin.
Steve,
a very tiny one.
Listen to me, okay?
Okay.
Ryan SHECreast.
SHECreast.
He's right.
What kind of sassiness is she up to with her TV girlfriends?
Well,
Can you tell me?
Okay, so do you watch? Remember, everybody remembers Kathy Lee and Regis. So this is the new show.
I could never stand Kathy Lee.
Oh well,
I quit watching when Regis left.
Well, this is the new show. So now it's Kelly.
I like Michael.
Yeah, well, Michael's gone on to other things, but now we have Kelly Ripa, and for a year she didn't have a co-host. So now she has Ryan SHECreast. Okay, so he's been on now for about a month, but what we're hearing now. There's a little upheaval going on with the show. She's feeling like she might be getting set up for another departure of Ryan SHECreast. Okay. I have my own little, injections on what I'm thinking about this whole thing. Okay.
But she didn't like his dress?
Well, one, he lives in Hollywood, close to West Hollywood. And we know all West Hollywood is very, that's where it's very colorful. Okay,
we got a little more time to dig into this stuff, but
I
want to bring up another topic. We're going to talk about today. The Monroe Street Bridge is shutting down. The Monroe Street Bridge is shutting down, and people are going to be hacked off. Anyway, Anyway, we'll have more of Love My 419 in a moment. We're going to have a word from our sponsors, and we'll go from there. See you in a minute.
Love My 419 is brought to you by Harold Jaffe Jewelers. And without Harold Jaffe Jewelers, there's no Love My 419. Without any Love My 419, you would have nothing to do, nothing to talk about. You would know everything that's cool on the 419. So thank you to Harold Jaffe Jewelers. It's where Toledo gets engaged.
More of Love My 419 in a moment, but right now we have Jeff Jaffe from Harold Jaffe Jewelers. What have we got today?
Morning.
Good morning.
I wanted to talk to you. I want to talk to you about my ball.
Hey, now.
Stop. Okay, cut.
No, I'm serious. All
right. Oh, the why?
Yeah, you've heard the term "you're on the ball."
Yeah.
Everybody's heard it.
Yes.
Do you know where it comes from?
No. Wimbledon?
It could be, but actually, it came from the Ball Watch Company, which was the original timer for the railroads back in the late 1890s. Created a timekeeping system, so if the train was on time, it was on the ball. So when you see the conductor walking down with the watch and everything, it was because Webb Ball in Cleveland, Ohio, by the way, created a way of manufacturing watches all the same way in an assembly line fashion. Before that, they were all one of a kind. So no two watches told the same kind of time.
That's cool.
He created the way of manufacturing and the system for keeping time that kept the trains on schedule from then on.
And evidently, Amtrak doesn't use that anymore, does it?
Well, everything's digital these days. What can I tell you?
Call Amtrak, call Ball.
Jeff, we always appreciate you being here, and especially with a good story.
Always fun. And if you want a story, I usually have one.
And keep the jazz going.
Thank you. I hope to do that too.
Yes.
It's going to be tough.
Jazz.
It's getting tough, but we got jazz coming up this summer that's going to be really good.
All right, cool.
Oh, I love that.
Well, keep you all informed.
Okay.
We love Harold Jaffe Jewelry because it's where everyone gets to get engaged.
Right.
Okay. Let's say that together now. Everyone.
Where everyone gets engaged.
Goes to get. Okay.
Well, we got to go there too. Thanks, guys.
We didn't rehearse this, you folks.
Love My 419, brought to you in part by Amy's Cleaning Service, the Wonder Woman of cleaning. Also brought to you by the Toledo City Paper, delivering the best of what Toledo has to offer. Pick up the latest issue at one of the many great businesses around Toledo. Feature your business now on Love My 419. Now back to Love My 419 on NBC 24.
Welcome back to Love My 419. You should have been here during the break.
Yeah, really.
We're going to get on some of these hot topics right now. Now, to continue with what you were saying, and a comment was just made. Where does he live now, in Queens?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's two sides of this story. Okay, there's their side, and of course, there's my side. Okay.
Okay.
So what's going on is Kelly is feeling a little fearful now because if you remember when Ryan came onto the show, there was no talk about where American Idol was going to be. So now he's a couple weeks into the show, and all of a sudden now you have the announcement that not only is American Idol coming back, it's coming back on ABC. So now you've got Ryan Seacrest on her show, #1 show, and then you've got American Idol coming back. So he's going to be dominating ABC. But there's also the talk of him wanting to take her show and move it to LA, which is an interesting twist because her husband, Mark, has not been on back home for almost a year now because he has a TV show that's filmed in LA. So they're looking, okay, is there something going, is he going to leave Kelly in hopes of, getting the big dollar on American Idol?
No.
And two, I know he's missing a bunch of his sisters back in LA in West Hollywood. He's moved to Queens.
This reminds me of a drama from the early 70s.
Okay.
As my stomach turns.
Well, stick around because it's turning. I'm just telling you. So we got to wait and see how this is all going to play out. I'm just waiting for him to make an announcement.
I'm waiting with bated breath.
All right, I want to give you another one. This is a riot because I think this is funny. Johnson and Hanks are going to run in 2020.
Oh.
Against Don.
Huge.
If Don lasts that long.
Stupid.
The Rock could totally be. I mean, come on, look.
Well, he can beat up
go.
Trump, but he can't beat him in an election. I'm sorry. We got Trump again.
No scandal behind him. Obviously good looking. Highest paid male celebrity in Hollywood.
Yeah.
He's got likable factor going on right now.
And
he comes in with no scandal.
He's not presidential. Come on.
Neither was
But
Trump.
But he is doing it.
No,
Well,
I don't
in your
think
mind he's doing it.
If Johnson wasn't beating somebody up, maybe that'd be good. I don't
He
know.
is
Let me
his
think about it.
Donald Trump is his own worst enemy.
Oh,
Every time he
Democrats,
opens his mouth, it's some other mishmash that he is
Oh, yeah, but he's
screwed over.
accomplishing more than the
Oh
other
my
guy
God!
did ever.
Please,
Oh,
what is
please,
he?
nothing.
Yeah, he's pissed everybody off. Am I allowed to say
Good.
that on a family program?
You can, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's pissed everybody off. I'm waiting to see what he does with the Saudi king after he leaves there. Let's see what he says. What does Netanyahu have to say after he leaves Israel?
Oh, come
and it's going to be
on.
really interesting
Yada,
to see
yada,
how he
yada,
handles
yada.
the Pope.
Yada,
Well, going
yada.
back to this, I mean, you got to
Since
look.
he insulted all of them over the past
And
18
he's
months.
making amends. He's doing a great job.
Yeah,
That's
he's
right.
making a mess, a bigger mess.
Amends.
Amends?
Yeah.
Oh,
But I'm
Kumbayas.
not.
Kumbayas with
and
bombs.
not to
Kumbayas
mention,
with a big
there's
bomb.
talk of impeachment.
That
I'm just
is
saying.
yeah. Don't even say it.
I'm just saying.
Obstruction.
It's out
Come over
there.
there. I'm coming over
collusion,
there.
collusion,
I will
obstruction
be-slap you.
of justice.
I will be-slap you all
collusion,
over the place.
obstruction
I wonder how
of
he'd look in
justice.
stripes.
Orange.
This is a
to
Sunday
match
show.
your skin.
It should-
Oh, totally. I could see it.
Oh, stop with that thing. Anyway,
20 years behind the mast.
Excuse me. I'm talking here. Okay.
What never bothered you when
BG
I was talking just a few seconds ago?
Well, you weren't making any sense.
Yes, I
BG
was.
Kid plays Depp Pirates of Penzance. Pirates of Penzance? They're Pirates of the Caribbean. I was thinking about that show there for a minute. I don't know.
Well, you know that
Some pirate show. I don't know.
the Pirates
It's a
of the
sick
Caribbean
group,
has
folks.
just gone. I mean, it is one of the biggest box office attractions.
Oh, it is,
the
yeah.
trilogy of this show.
Johnny Depp is
So this
fantastic.
local kid, Anthony Delatorre from Bowling Green,
Right.
in
Yeah.
the newest movie with Johnny Depp, plays the younger version of him.
Little Jack Sparrow.
And the
So
way they're
it's so
presenting
cool.
that is like he's going to be the star of the thing. He's just playing one part.
Yes.
The younger Johnny Depp. Or
Well, Johnny's
Jack
getting a
Sparrow.
little long in the tooth.
Well, I think it's cool because, like, I guess in
Is
2006.
he drunk too? Does he play drunk?
Well, you know.
He's a weird guy, Johnny Depp.
He's
I
a
love
terrific
Johnny Depp.
actor.
He
Man.
is.
I'll tell you, he was a fabulous actor in Donnie Vasco. Johnny Basco.
Donnie Basco. Basco, whatever.
Vasco.
Well,
Okay.
I think that it's cool that Anthony got his chance to
When we
work
come
with
back,
If we come back, one of us may not be
we'll
alive
talk
coming
about
back.
stories you need to know. Plans to expand the GM plant. Blah, 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 blah. But we'll be back after this message. Stay with us.
Yeah, while we fix the streets for Chrysler. Hello.
Love My 419. Brought to you in part by Powell's Beauty Supply, servicing Toledo for over 30 years. Also brought to you by The Butler, Master Barber, changing lives one haircut at a time. Find him inside the Operations Barber Shop, 1824 North Reynolds Road. Coming up, more Love My 419. Love My 419. Brought to you in part by Darlington Nursing and Rehab, the skilled nursing, long-term care, rehabilitation and respite healthcare centre, fostering a nurturing environment where residents and employees are authentically treated with dignity, respect and compassion. Now a part of the CCH Healthcare Network.
Welcome back to Love My 419. I'm Bill, Sandy, and Steve. And Steve, what do you got?
Well, you know what? We are in a holiday weekend right now, and I don't like going to parties showing up empty-handed. So here's a suggestion. I'm just saying, Rachel Michaels Popcorn.
Excellent idea.
Best time to show. We've got graduation parties. I know a couple people that are having weddings. Popcorn bars are always trendy right now for weddings. So Rachel Michaels Popcorn's huge. So if you mention how much you love the show, which I know you do, you'll get a free mini bag of Love My 419 popcorn.
And while you're waiting, you can get some of her wonderful Tops ice cream.
Tops ice cream.
Nummy,
with
nummy,
chocolate
nummy.
People talking about Love My 419.
Yes.
All 12 of them.
Well, I can't wait for these stories we need to know. So, Bill, what do we got?
Okay, stories we need to know. Thank you, Steve.
The 419 stories you need to know.
GM expansion on Alexis Road.
Right
What-
by your home.
Yeah, I'm
Right by the ghetto?
the ghetto.
Oh, okay.
I'm in the inner city.
Oh, there's a
Why don't
difference.
people
Not.
get this right?
Well, 650,000 square feet are going to be added on to
I'm
the
That's
watching
pretty
this
Alexis
being
Road
great.
built.
facility.
As
That's
I
wonderful.
talk to you, I go by there daily and I see it being built. It's
Yeah.
It's very
fantastic.
cool.
And a huge investment. I mean, $668 million investment.
Right.
That
Right.
is huge.
Very
Absolutely
cool.
huge.
Very
huge.
cool.
Thank God we got something like that going on. How about the G plant?
How about the G plant? They're going to give them
Well,
a
I'll
couple
tell you
$1 million to fix the roads.
Well,
so
it's actually 2.4 million to fix. Apparently, there was a horse and buggy driving up and down there before.
Evidently.
Just a
Oh,
two-wheel
no.
track in
Could
there.
you imagine?
But all this kind of money, 2.4 million. That's amazing to me.
So you're-
and what?
So they're going to have all these new roads around the G plant, which I think the G plant's wonderful. The workers work hard,
Right.
but how are you supposed to get there? Because the roads to get to the G plant are crumbling into the center of the earth.
Wait a minute.
abyss.
Time out. So are all the roads here in Toledo.
Oh yeah.
And they want 2.4 million to go into that particular entrance. I got to go out and see
Well,
this
the
because
city's
I'm not
got a
buying
big
that.
Well,
investment
you got
there,
to
and so
start
is the port.
somewhere. I mean,
Why?
you got to.
Why do we have to have a new entrance to a plant?
Because that's
There's one there already.
It's one of our biggest. That's our biggest employer of the city.
No, it's not. The
ProMedica
biggest employer
is.
is ProMedica.
Well,
In the
rapidly
state.
so.
ProMedica in the state is one of the biggest.
We could
employers.
name Toledo ProMedica, Ohio.
Well, you still need to make sure that people can get
Okay,
there.
let me just give you this thing. Project in support of a new Jeep Wrangler, which goes into production later this year. About 700 new jobs are expected with that vehicle's launch. Great. Why do we need the new road? Somebody
I don't
tell
know.
me.
I
Anyway.
hope they're going to call back all those people they laid off for 7-8 months while
Yeah.
they're restructuring the
Well, the
plant.
Port Authority is going to do one too. 1.3 million for this new Tron Air project at the airport. They need a new road too. What about the people here? Anyway, just saying. Okay,
Just
no
saying.
big deal. Just saying.
Okay.
The other thing, Holocaust survivor just graduated.
yeah.
It was a marvelous
love
thing. She was what,
this.
90?
I
Yes.
love this
Yeah.
story.
She's from Bloomfield Hills.
Right.
She came down to speak to these young people at Lake.
Yeah.
and was so taken with them, and I guess they were just crazy about her, and they gave her an honorary degree.
That was terrific.
What a cool lady.
I
Next
love
year when
that.
you hit 90, maybe you'll
Yes,
get
that may be.
Just saying,
but
Sandy,
you won't be here, so it won't make a lot of difference.
Well, and they did this at Lake
to
High School.
some extent, that's cool.
They did that at Lake High School, which is like the cool twist to it because it keeps it all local. But I mean, Paula Marks Bolton, 90 years old.
Yes.
You're never too old to learn.
Well, not
Or to
only
run
that,
for
There you go,
she
Bill.
survived the Holocaust.
There's your inspiration.
She survived the Holocaust, so she's got to have a lot of guts.
That's
Okay,
true.
let's
It's a tough
get on to
woman.
this one other thing, which is the Monroe Street Bridge is closing down, closing down, closing down. Monroe Street Bridge is closing down, and people are angry with their streets. Anyway, what's the story on this?
Well, this is huge. It's going to affect about 18,000 drivers that use the Monroe Street Bridge over I-475. Now, if you're not sure where that's at, it's right near Grace Lutheran Church and the Bolero bowling lane. So that's huge. I mean, again, like my friend Bimmer that owns Chuck's on Monroe, for years his business suffered because a lot of people would like to use that bridge. So now it's going to be tied up again. So that is going to affect some of the businesses over in that area again.
What about down in Atlanta? They put a bridge together in 6 weeks? And that was a huge, huge area that blew up.
The bridges in Toledo, unfortunately, they're state. Some of them are state, some of them are federal, and we haven't been taking care of them over all these years.
Right.
Well, one of this thing, like the other thing, is grants. You got to understand grants.
Right.
It's still our money. It's still our money.
Well, and the other thing is, when the bridge is finally done, then they're going to close down 475 until they can do some of the other road work underneath the bridge.
Well, and keep in mind that this project is going to start this weekend. I mean, over this weekend and the holiday. So,
really?
Be
But
conscious.
of course.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, listen. There'll be more of Love My 419 in a moment. We'll be right back.
Love My 419, brought to you in part by Darlington Nursing and Rehab, the skilled nursing, long-term care, rehabilitation and respite healthcare center, fostering a nurturing environment where residents and employees are authentically treated with dignity, respect and compassion. Now a part of the CCH Healthcare Network.
More of Love My 419 in a moment, but right now we have everybody's cracking up over here. This has got to quit. Joe Hamill.
Happy Memorial Day, everybody. Thank you, veterans.
He's with Key Realty, and he's going to tell us about homes.
Actually, you know what? I wanted to share a real quick story, and it's only going to be quick because then you guys can follow me on the app on the overtime like last week. Buyer's agents and seller's agents, there's a huge difference. And it really surprises me that something that important in our industry is so oftenly confused with the buyers.
Okay.
What brought this to my attention was I got a call the other day, from a buyer, and they said they were surprised that I could show a house that wasn't my listing. They were like, "How can you do that?" Well, you're licensed in Ohio. But then I explained to them real quick and real short that you want a buyer's agent to represent you because you're looking out for the best interest of the buyer.
Your buyer.
And the seller's trying to get the highest price for the seller. So when you call off the sign, you're working with what could become a dual agent, which really throws a lot of questions on how honestly can you be.
Not only that, you also end up splitting the commission. So
correct.
It all depends on if you're really good and reliable and honest and how you handle the client.
Think about it this way also. It's like walking into a courtroom and saying, I want the prosecutor to represent me and the defendant to represent me. How's that going to work? Yeah. So don't forget, check me out on overtime and follow the app. Happy Memorial Day. Thank you again, veterans. Appreciate it.
Love My 419, brought to you in part by the Joe Hamill team of Key Realty. Voted by you, the 419, Toledo City Paper's Best Realtor 2016.
And then there was Lila. So what do you get the woman who gives you the best gift of all? The answer, Harold Jaffe Jewelers. No one else compares. Harold Jaffe Jewelers, one of a kind. Always has been and always will be. She deserved Harold Jaffe.
And someday, so will she.
You've been asking for it? Some of you have even downloaded it before we've even told you about it. It's the Love My 419 app. Love My 419 isn't just a TV show. Download our app now and get with us 24/7. It's in your app store, iPhone or Android. Past episodes, get to our social media portals. You can get great photos and so much more. Right now, get your phone and download the Love My 419 app. Hook up with us. Download the app right now.
Welcome back to Love My 419. I'm Bill, Sandy, and Steve.
Hi, all.
And Steve, what have you got there?
You know what? We're looking dapper again. I mean,
Well.
the guys over at Men's Warehouse are loving our show because you people are listening. You're looking better. You're going into the store.
I hope they're watching, too.
They are watching, yes. And I love it because Men's Warehouse has the hugest promotion going right now
a big league promotion.
Big league promotion for teachers, faculty, and students. It's the Prom Love promotion. 40% off tux and suit rental credits and 40% off all of your retail purchases, which save you $50. It turns into $50 you can use toward a tux or suit. Only if you mention what? Love My 419. Yes. So that's the only way you get it. So go in there. Take advantage of this promotion. Look good. You know, summer's coming up here. We don't want to see you in those baggy pants.
Really?
Oh, gosh.
No, no. So stop in the Men's
Baggy
Warehouse.
pants are out.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
I want to talk about the skinny federal budget that the
You mean
president.
not skinny jeans?
No, it's the budget.
Oh, the budget.
Skinny budget. It calls for. Now remember, this is to be discussed within the Senate and the House.
Right.
And has to become approved. This is what the president is presenting.
Proposing.
That many Americans will, low-income Americans, because there will be significant monies taken away from Medicaid benefits, that would hurt almost 11 million people that could be in nursing homes.
And it's a big cut.
Well, that's big stuff there.
Yeah, it's a big
and
cut.
of course, they're going to defend Planned Parenthood, and then they're going to slash food stamps,
right?
Which means a lot of kids that go into school are not going to get school lunches or breakfasts, and then they're also going to cut federal pensions. Which won't help the federal government. And Bill, stop making faces because it makes you look worse than you already do.
Oh, my God.
And it's also...
Speaking of who? What?
And also, it's, of course, going to cut the arts and humanities because Republicans don't particularly like the arts and humanities.
Yeah.
Because it adds to the culture of medium class men
Right.
and women.
I was just going to say,
Are we going over on time here?
I mean, you're
Not enough for you, kid.
But I mean, it's unfortunate. And you can see right where the sector of the community who is hitting the middle income and the lower income community. Yeah.
Or really the poor.
The really
because
poor.
they're going to have to figure out if they're going to buy food.
Yeah.
Or go to the doctor.
And neither is, it's going to be a hard decision.
And the health care program isn't anywhere near finished.
Nope.
So all these folks, millions of folks will be out there.
Can we wait until this is finalized? And
well, I think people ought to know.
You're making assumptions like the Democrats always do. Assumptions, and projecting ahead of time.
No, because I think
you don't know what's there yet.
It's the proposal. It's been proposed already.
According to what? Okay, fine.
It's proposed.
Whatever. I like that. Whatever.
The bottom line. And the bottom line is people need to know what the heck's going on the federal level when it comes to their well-being and their
right. And you know, people don't run into it. They don't have any idea what the heck's going on. Let them figure it out up there, and we'll discuss it when it's done.
Well, I don't want somebody up there figuring out for me if my kids or grandkids. Thank God they don't have to worry about that. But somebody's kids or grandkids are not going to have enough food in school.
Of what's up there destroyed everything that's going on now.
You know what? That is such BS. I can't stand it. Yes, it is. And it's going very deep in here.
Well, what I feel is that whole segment of our community is really getting cheated on big time.
Yeah. You think so?
Yes,
really?
big time. Yep.
Okay.
Yes. So you will stay in the central city forever.
I'm getting signals that we got to take off here in a minute.
Does that mean I should break his neck or we should cut off the time.
Are you finished yet? Please.
Now I am.
Oh my God, Democrats never are. But anyway, we'll get into that later. We'll be back with Love My 419 in a moment. Stay with us.
She's passed some important things to me over the years.
Harold Jaffe, no one else compares. Harold Jaffe Jewelers, one of a kind. Always has been, always will be.
A bit like my mom.
And a bit like my daughter.
Someday, my daughter will look into the mirror.
Welcome back to Love My 419. I'm Bill. What's
I'm
her name?
Sandy.
And Steve.
What's her name?
Well, yeah. Listen, we're into our final thoughts. Steve, what do you got?
Well, you know what? I really don't think we could do the show without mentioning, what happened this past week over at the Andover apartment fires.
Yeah.
I mean, that was, and I remember the day that it happened. I was, driving down Heather Downs, and I'm looking at all this smoke. I'm like, what is going on? At first, I thought it was, some fast-moving clouds, but as I got closer, the clouds were darker, and I'm like, that doesn't look right.
Right.
And I got over, and I saw this horrendous fire. But I mean, it's like 36 families, are now their lives are disrupted, But
they have nothing.
They have
lost
nothing.
Everything.
But one of the good things about the 419, we're big when it comes to rallying the troops together and providing for these people. And this city really outdid themselves because they said now they're not even taking donations.
Any more clothes? They would just cash donations to help these people.
Exactly.
Right.
So say what you want to say about the 419, but when it comes to meeting the needs of people that are displaced,
we're always there. It's a great place to live.
Right.
Love my 419.
Yes, and Memorial Day. So you wanted to say something
I wanted
about that.
to thank the men and women of our armed forces there now, and all those men and women that came before that has made this country as great as it is.
That's true.
And those of you that have passed on and your families that have passed on, we're very, very grateful for you and your kids that took lost their lives.
Right.
Yeah.
Protecting each one of our liberties.
Right.
And I just think that it is a very solemn occasion, and I just wanted to say thank you to everybody.
Well, I want to thank, and I'm very honored that my niece just came back. She visited with us recently, and she was a Black Hawk pilot.
Wow.
In Iraq, and she spent a tour in Afghanistan also. And,
so she did 2 tours.
2 tours.
Yeah.
She's a little tight thing. She's not big, but to fly one of those machines is really something else. It's both hands and both feet. But I'm very proud of her.
And I'm proud of her, and I don't even know her.
She got hooked up with a Santa Claus thing that here in town, or just up in Michigan, where Santa Claus landed with his helicopter. Everybody followed Santa, and she just went with the helicopter pilot. So,
How
it
cool
was
is that?
it was fantastic. I mean, what she has done with her life has been a marvelous deal.
That's cool.
We'll be back next week with more of Love My 419, and we'll see you then. So for
Safe
Bill,
weekend.
Sandy, Steve, see you next week.
Safe holiday.
Happy Memorial Day.
Yeah.